Before I start the next entry in CancerChaser, I must provide more context into the minor instances of CancerChaser sightings that predated it.
I saw CancerChaser today. This morning he passed by a block away from where I live. I saw him crossing the street. This proves he still lives close. I obviously did not talk to him at all. I ran away on sight. I think he was on his way somewhere. Don't know, don't care. July 3, 2018. I saw him today as well. He passed by close to the library. I will be using this post for updates on how often I end up seeing CC without incident. Any future incidents on his part will be separate posts. Not me just seeing him in real life. On November 7, 2018, I saw him pass by in a pizza place I was in. He did not enter. January 7, 2019, he passed by a block or 3 away from my house. He was talking with someone on the phone. I ran away to the grocery store I was on the way to. Around 5 minutes later on my way back, he was still there and I wait for him to leave so I can come home. It is 2019 and I am still getting harassment from CancerChaser. On February 11th of this year, I was walking home from a job interview. I saw CancerChaser pass by a block, so I turned away and backtracked to walk away to make sure to let him pass first so I can get home safely. I turned around and I saw that he was gone. I took a look at the corner to see if he nearby and I saw him talking to someone. As soon as I saw him I started running home. I never followed him. 3 days later, February 14th, I was at a local park. There was a Palkia raid in Pokemon Go that took place at the park. The park in question is a few blocks away from both my location and CC's. It is also on the opposite direction of CC. The raid in question started around 6:26 p.m. and I went in with my local raid group around that time. I have logs of the group chat to corroborate this. In fact, after we have finished the raid, I noticed CC on the street side of the park while I was sitting on the bench around 20 feet away from him. Right after that I put my head down and focused on catching Palkia. After catching Palkia, I noticed CC was gone and I left further in the park away from the street. February 19th, CC sent me this harassing email. Only noticed it now, March 5th, because I periodically check if CC sends me emails in case he happens to do so. I never respond, only keep the emails to document. CancerChaser's latest email. Stop subscribing to me on YouTube, you nasty, fat-ass whale. I am not subscribed to him on YouTube. If I am, which account is it? Why would I subscribe to someone who exploits me, harasses me, and sends me bullying messages like this unprovoked? I have him blocked everywhere. Why would I subscribe to a local stalker like him? Especially if he tells me I was never good to him. Calling me a nasty fat whale in caps. What a strong moral character. No way toxic at all. God love the fat ass shaming, despite 2 years ago wanting said butt. You are a deranged stalker. You cannot have a CancerChaser moment without projection. That is like a modern Nintendo platform without a Mario game. I never sent any messages to him since 2017. Yet calls me a stalker. Again, I have not sent messages to him calling him a nasty, fat-ass whale. Or, I was a good friend to you, but you were not to me. Or calling his phone to tell him, go F yourself. The only solid lead he has is that he has seen me on the streets, but that is highly probable because we live several blocks from each other. I make sure to avoid his street at all costs. If the bus I board passes by his home, I make sure I am 4-5 blocks away when I stop and go further away from his street on my way home. I know where he lives, so if I was really stalking him, he would likely catch me there. Never closer to where I live or anywhere else. I saved all of the threats that your friends sent me on Facebook and I will be contacting the police if it persists. Very interested in those threats received on Facebook. Interesting choice of words. Also gotta love the quotes around friends implying I have none despite meeting one of mine IRL. I know people in the redacted police department, so you had better watch yourself, you pathetic ass wannabe beep. As you can probably tell, this is a poorly done intimidation tactic. Seriously, the email he sent me was pointless. If he was actually serious, he would send me nothing. He would go straight to the police. He knows my info so he can get the cops if he has strong proof to warrant my arrest. If he really knows people in the local police department and he brings up his side of the story of me harassing him, they would tell him that to not engage with me and to not divulge information about this, like what he is doing on the email. The insults at the end also do not help his cause, either. Making threats like that is shooting himself in the foot. This creep will never stop. I doubt he knows about this blog yet. Nothing that points to it is referenced at all. Again, I never have interacted with him after the last email in 2017. Very odd that he said absolutely nothing after April 2018, but suddenly get an email in February 2019. I suspect that he was waiting long periods of time to get at me over, and here it is. As stated in Chapter 9. I totally called it.
Comments.
Wow. What a disgrace. This degenerate is still going on with his bullshit? More bullying, scumbag. And he is playing the victim while throwing hateful insults. He's incredibly dumb too. Fuck him. This needs tons of exposure. All talk, no walk, all bark, no bite, all bluff, no action, claims police, yet does not actually present it to the authorities, says he is threatened, yet not only responds to one specific person and not the sources, but also makes threats of his own. CancerChaser is a stone-cold hypocrite.
Cancer cunt is acting just like Maddox. So pathetic, much more than he claims you are. Only idiots gloat their connections like that. Idiots out of touch. People nowadays keep that a secret. And he suddenly decides to attack you like that. Big mistake. The internet never forgets.
I thought this would be all over, but no. That sociopath is still persists. Going to be ripping him a new one.
That Cancer and is lonely again, so he is back to sending shit to his favorite contact. If he wants to call people pathetic ass wannabe bitches, he look in mirror first before he opens his fruity mouth. What kind of dog thinks his homies at the police department will suck his dick? A boy who has nothing. If he ain't playing, he would be shutting the fuck up and giving proof to his police boys, not sending emails that can be used to expose him. He walked into a trap. He ain't getting enough dick, so he is out there yabbing out his ass talking shit. Also, I think he wishes you are subbed to his ass on YouTube. He might be skipping out on his prescription drugs.
Fuck this poser cunt, deranged stalker, he divorced from reality.
Stop subscribing to me on YouTube. You cannot be serious. This guy sounds mentally handicapped. Fuck this disgusting fucker.
I left Tumblr for over a year only to find this out. I can't believe our LGBT community has people like this who will never stop harassing people. The CancerChaser freak needs to know to stop being such a horrendous creeper that is making all of us look bad. CancerChaser has nothing to do with me or any other LGBT people I know. I want nothing to do with this monster. As a gay man, I am deeply sorry for everything CancerChaser has done. He does not represent us at the LGBT movement. He is a disgrace.
I denounce CancerChaser. This man continues to be a creepy bully, and I do not condone this garbage behavior.
This guy doesn't seem like a gay guy. He seems like a really fucked up high school bully. Also, this guy is scum for body shaming.